And I'm hearing, everyone, that we are now ready for the next run. Chat, please welcome your runner Pingval as they complete Touhou 9.5 Shoot the Bullet.
All right.
Should I start?
Yeah, not yet, but... All right, there we go. All right. Hello, everyone. This is going to be Touhou 9.5 Shoot the Bullet. Runner is pingval, the guy's a god. I believe he has an introduction prepared as well that he would like to share.
Hello, I'm Pingval. I'm very honored to have the opportunity to run mainline Touhou at SGDQ. Today, I'm going to show the beautiful dance of Shoot the Bullet speed running. Denmark is all about brains. That's common sense. Okay.
Common sense. Denmark is all about brains. Should I be giving the countdown? Or... Okay, I can give the countdown. Is that a Logitech F310? Oh my god. The greatest controller ever made. Okay, I'll give the countdown. So, 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay.
Good luck, Pingval. Good luck.
Thanks.
Oh, man. Shoot the Bullet in SGDQ. This is insane. I've been waiting for this for so long now. I'm sure a lot of people have as well. A little bit more about the runner. He just introduced himself, but Pingval has been around the Touhou community for a long time. He's been playing on and off for the past 14, 15 years, I want to say at this point. Like if you check his oldest replays on sites like Royal Flare. But more importantly, in the context of this run you're watching right now, he's essentially the pioneer, pretty much the father of Shoot the Bullet speedrunning, as well as its sequel, Double Spoiler. So if anyone should be running Shoot the Bullet in this marathon, it's this guy right now, and he's gonna kill it. And as for myself, I'm BJW, I'll be doing commentary. So hopping into the run, for those unfamiliar with Touhou, it's a series of bullet hell shmups, but as you can probably already tell, like a minute into this run, this isn't your typical shmup. There's no auto-scrolling going on, the player character, Aya, doesn't have bullets of her own, she's armed with a camera, and there's no enemies on screen aside for the boss. Instead, Shoot the Bullet is a collection of individual levels, and you can practically think of it as like a boss rush, so to speak, or like a boss gauntlet. The game structure itself is broken down into 11 distinct levels, each level having a number of scenes, and there's 85 scenes in total across the entire game. There are various requirements for unlocking levels as you progress through the game, but none of that's going to matter in this case because Pingval is doing an all scenes run, so he will be clearing every single scene, no matter how difficult or stupid they might be at times. Now, to clear a scene, as I mentioned before, Aya doesn't have bullets of her own, she just has a camera. You need to beat the boss, and to do this, you need to take pictures of the boss. So every scene requires Aya to take a certain number of photos of the boss, and if you look at the top right of the screen, you can see in the denominator right now, there's a 5 there. So this scene, in particular, takes 5 shots to clear. Let's watch as he clears this. This pattern is aimed directly at Aya, so...
Okay.
As long as Pingval keeps moving, he should dodge everything. So, I guess some shout-outs to Rumia and Wriggle. Didn't really get to talk about them back in level 1. We're now in level 2 with Cherno and Letty. There's a lot of mechanics to talk about with respect to the camera. So, when taking a picture, I guess the first thing to talk about is Aya's camera itself has range, in which you can control the viewfinder, but the picture frame also starts to shrink until it's lost completely, assuming you don't take a picture. Generally speaking, though, pingval's going to avoid using this zoom feature whenever he can because it just wastes time versus being close to the boss and immediately snapping a shot. Another cool aspect of Aya's camera is pictures will also delete or cancel bullets inside of them. So this is not only convenient when getting close to a boss for a shot, since it ensures like an escape route. You don't have to worry about a bullet just ramming into your face when the shot's over. But it also means you can use shots defensively if you have to. If Aya finds herself in a corner with bullets surrounding her and no way out, you can take a shot if you need to. In that case, I guess you would need to. And hopefully you can recover from there. With that said, you can't spam shots whenever you want to. You can see that pingval is doing a shot once every 4 to 5 seconds roughly. And there's a reason for this. If you look at Aya right now, you can see there's a percentage next to her, ranging from 0 to 100%. You can only take pictures when the camera is fully charged at 100. Now, the charge meter does passively rise, just naturally, but you can use a charge mode in which you hold focus and shoot simultaneously. And this significantly increases the rate at which you build charge, but at the same time, you also shift into Aya's third movement speed, which is the slowest default movement speed in the game. Aya has 3 movement speeds: unfocused, there's focused, which you're seeing on occasion. It's what reveals the hitbox. And then charge, which also reveals the hitbox, but turns you into a snail, and it leaves you extremely vulnerable. New players of the game often struggle with this movement speed and kind of balancing all the movement speeds. I like to describe the movement speeds as way too fast, still too fast, and way too slow. And honestly, even for veterans of the game, it's sometimes hard to determine where you might be in relation to bullets just while you're juggling around the different movement speeds. All right, and that was level 2. And now we're off to level 3 with Alice and Kana. One more thing about taking shots. Every time you take a shot, your meter does drain to 0%, but as a bonus, any bullets captured in the picture partially restores the charge meter, so you can get a head start going into the next shot. Nice clear there. And I believe this is capped at 30% for a successful shot being a shot that includes the boss in it, and 60% for a failed shot. So if you're taking a shot of a boss and you're capturing a lot of bullets along the way, then you're just that much closer to your next shot being available. And for speed purposes, this kind of coincides with not wanting to zoom in all the time, since that in itself wastes time. But if you're zooming in and you're reducing the size of the picture frame, then you're also reducing the amount of bullets you can store and cancel. So big shots typically preferred, but of course, survival's crucial here. Dying in this game can be very punishing. If you die, then you need to restart from the very first shot. You lose all your progress up until that point. All right, 3, 4. All these lasers are aimed directly at Aya, so it's pretty simple to tap dodge. You don't want to dodge too wildly here, since the rest of the bullets are aimed around Aya. And with the shots clearing the lasers, this gives the perfect opportunity to swap sides and start dodging in the opposite manner. Very similar streaming technique going to be used here, tap dodging here. All of these dolls are just aimed at Aya's position. And I believe the third shot in particular is the one he's looking for, since that will cancel everything just like that.
Okay.
Oh, this is a great safe spot. You'd expect this to be like a solid ball of lasers, but it's just a light, I guess. It's just a decoration. And the safe spot here is pretty generous, to the point where pingval only needs to worry about the blue bullets coming from the center, as well as the lasers coming from the right-hand side. It's always funny watching this. Good clear. Alright, he has to be mindful of the bubbles here, all of which are aimed, but every now and then there is a lull in the pattern where he can switch sides freely. He doesn't necessarily need to rely on the picture to forge a path to start dodging to the other side, but in that case, absolutely.
Safe.
Alright, this is 3-8, the final scene of level 3. I guess an interesting thing to note here is these lasers that like materialize and persist. Pictures do eliminate part of them, but since the lasers persist for so long, they just grow back. So you can create a hole to go through, but you need to be fast in crossing lanes if you want to actually cross lanes. Otherwise, the lasers can kill you. Oh no! Alright, level 4, Racing here. She's going to temporarily vanish. And when she's in this, like, illusionary mode, you can't take a picture of her. So pingval needs to be mindful of this while keeping close proximity. Medicine's so annoying. These poison clouds are aimed at you in the spread formation. Whenever I is inside of them, she does move slower. Thankfully, pictures do erase the clouds as well. Shots erase basically everything. Dulls, clouds, Letty's mist in addition to those poison clouds. Lots of other stuff. Bats from like Remy. Tay's a nuisance here. These bullets bounce against the left wall, right wall, and the ceiling. They only leave the screen when they fall to the bottom. So this gets pretty dense during the last 2 shots. Oh God! It's too much, man. Yeah, this one can get pretty hectic. The difficulty for this one varies wildly. There's another Tay one later on that's very similar to this, but with even fatter bullets.
Okay.
Nice. Alright, this time Racin's gonna be applying her gimmick to her bullets themselves. So whenever these bullets go translucent, Aya can freely pass through them. They lose their hitbox.
Okay.
Ooh, nice. Okay, I think for this one, pingval's gonna opt to stay below for the first 2 shots, roughly. Yeah, they kind of intend you to just spin around medicine right from the start, but he takes a more aggressive approach there to save time. For the rest of this, though, he will be circling around. And I do want to mention that, again, this is a speedrun. This is going to be very different from the 2 shmups coming up after this. There's no concept of like a 1cc in this game. There's no game over mechanic. You have infinite lives. And given how the camera works and how aggressive you can play, you can optimize for speed. So again, the illusion gimmick is applied to thin bullets here. The wider ones are aimed, so knowing this, it's pretty easy for Aya to just pass through everything. This is much less threatening compared to Raisin's other scenes, or other spell cards. Sure. I think the next few scenes are just going to recycle the same gimmicks, so we can probably get through 1 or 2 donations now.
Fantastic. As I've been jamming to this banger of a soundtrack, we received a $1,000 donation from Toriel Shauna. 1,000. They say, my contribution to Poetry GDQ. Yay for the Schmutt block. Many bullets on the screen. Yomu, best girl.
Yep, one more.
We have a $25 donation from Kawakit Barchetta saying, just wanted to thank Vital for Oops All Bullets being the best summary of the Touhou series I've heard. I'm absolutely using that in conversation now for all the many, many times I bug my friends to try this series.
All right, that 4-8 back there was pretty scary, but that's kind of just how that spell card goes. For 4-9 here, Raisin makes this pretty convenient for you. She essentially just telegraphs where you should go to stay safe, as long as you follow the all the translucent bullets. All right, Mei Ling, level 5. Sticking to the left wall here to bait Mei Ling to fire all of her bullets left, and then the ceiling for the rest of this. I know the old strat here was to just stay on the left wall the entire time. I'm assuming the ceiling switch here is to just cancel more bullets in your shot. Probably saves like a second or something. Cool little optimization there. There's gonna be a pretty aggressive second shot here, and then third shot from the bottom. There's not enough time to get this third shot off without these big bubbles running into you. From here, it's just looking out for the pellets. Nice. I do want to mention that in the sequel of this game, double spoiler, 12.5, you can swap between portrait and landscape mode, whereas in this game, you're just permanently stuck in landscape. And if you want something along the lines of portrait mode in this game, the best you can do is like go sideways compared to the boss, like left or right of the boss. Okay. At which point you can catch them on like the long edge of your landscape shot. It's kind of similar, but not quite. Achieve similar results. This one is pretty choreographed. These 2 solid walls of bullets simply dictate when pingval can fire off a shot. So he just has to follow his route. All right, more kicking Mei Ling. He's gonna opt to just go along diagonals here. Give him as much space as possible. And before swapping corners, wait for Mei Ling to kick first so that he can misdirect her. Oh, the trajectories on these bullets, man. They're so awkward. I think this game kind of speaks for itself, but it's really hard. It's extremely, extremely difficult. A lot of people who play this game for the first time start to really struggle just in level 3. And by level 4, a lot of people honestly quit. It doesn't take that long to start to feel like you're playing lunatic levels of Danmaku compared to like actual mainline Touhou games. Of course, the convenience here is the fact that this is an IL game, so you have infinite tries to just keep bashing your head against the wall. Nice. That was pretty close. So this one's pretty choreographed too. You can see he was on the bottom for the first 2, then top and left. For the remaining shots, he's going to stick to the bottom and bottom right. And this is just to avoid most of the threatening bullets that come out. All while baiting, kneeling. Right, already at 5'8". So this is Patchy's attempt to give everyone watching a seizure. She's just going ham with these lasers, and I guess I haven't mentioned the fact that for quite a few bosses, for quite a few scenes in this game, you can manipulate where bosses move to some degree. Bosses, when they want to move, they try to move towards you. So if you're to the left of a boss or to the right of a boss, you can try to get them to move left or right. But how much they move and whether or not they move like further up or down is random. So even when things are kind of scripted like that, there's still a degree of randomness where you do have to adapt. All right, level 6 with Chen. She's just completely random here. Her height's random. The amulets themselves are aimed, as you can see, so he's just tap dodging to avoid everything. But Chen can go really low to the screen, and if you're not prepared for that, she can just immediately blast you and kill you.
Okay.
Good stuff.
Slow down card a bit.
Oh, Yomu. This is a long scene. All the Yomu scenes can be pretty long. You can see time like slowing down here, and a lot of this dodging is so fast that you can't actually use charge speed to expedite your charge. So pingval is often forced to just stick to focused mode while he weaves through all of his bullets. And dying here is really punishing just because, again, this is such a long scene. In game time terms, it doesn't look that bad, but the timer does slow down whenever Yomu also slows down time. All of these yellow bullets are aimed at Aya's position. If everything goes well, pingval will be able to clear this as he reaches the right-hand side. The only issue is Chen's height is random here, and he doesn't necessarily know where Chen is going to appear. Perfect. And on the topic of slowing down time, Yomu here moves so fast, it's really hard to catch her, but as you're taking a picture, time doesn't stop, it just slows down, and that's enough for you to catch her while she's traveling vertically across the screen. Oh, man. That was pretty close. Sick dodging. Here's the Chen trash compactor. I don't know if he's gonna stick to the right side here or the upper right corner. I'm not sure what he does these days. It looks like the upper right. It's generally just good to be in a position like this. You get to cancel a lot of bullets. It's really easy catching Chen in the corner with the frame. And you get to erase a lot of bullets that would be threatening. That was more aggressive than I was expecting, actually. I was expecting him to be a bit further to the right. Here we have more slow streaming. I guess Yomu's like an excellent precursor to the cave games later. Kind of have that cave slowdown going on. Oh, 6-7. All right, this is a very specific pattern. If you're new to this, you're just gonna die a lot. Chen will either choose to bounce off of walls or to lunge directly at you. This pattern's completely fixed. And pingval just knows exactly what to do. Really fast. Yomu's just gonna slash here depending on your height. Oh no! But taking advantage of that, he can misdirect and start streaming back downward. The important shot to look for here, I believe, is the 4th shot. After getting shot number 4, Yomu switches patterns, which gives more than enough time to charge up for the 5th shot. Alright, this is looking good. And just like that, everything should clear, and he's home free. Alright, as if the game weren't crazy enough, we're going into level 7 with Sakuya and Remy. This first pattern, this scene is made of 3 patterns, I believe. This first one's just aimed at you. Although you can't quite just tap dodge horizontally. Here we have knives bouncing everywhere. And for the final pattern coming up, there are these safe spots just directly under her. So as long as you keep this distance directly below Sakuya, you're fine. Ooh. Some of these zoomed shots really scare me. Oh my god, this one. This one, so Remy starts this as like a bunch of bats, and she's completely invulnerable in this form. I believe it takes 20 seconds roughly before she first appears and becomes vulnerable. So until then, Aya's just gonna run laps around her.
Can I sneak in a donation then?
Yeah, let's go for it.
We have $250 from Fumo Ramo saying, Fumo Fomo, I know what it is to need donations, so please give to MSF.
Nice. Love Fumo donations. Alright, this is a lot of aimed bullets. Lots and lots of aimed bullets. It speeds up and gets more dense as you get more shots in, so at a certain point, pingval will need to start swapping lanes more aggressively between the knives. Dealing with this time slow, by the way, this time stop is incredibly awkward. You can easily throw off your rhythm. It's clear. Oh, this one. Yeah, this one's kind of reminiscent of, like, I guess, Scarlet Gensokyo from EOSD, Touhou 6. Or like her 3rd spell card, even. The key here is really just to capture this, the epicenter of the pattern, since that's the most dense location for the bullets. Really don't want solid walls just bending and being pushed around. Alright, so the shot timing here is completely dependent on these red rings. The red rings of Kunai spawning around Aya dictate everything. So pingval is mostly just going to play it safe while dodging these knives. The knives can form some pretty nasty patterns at times. I'm wondering just how bad this can get. I've seen some really awful stuff with this one. Alright. That was pretty good. It was pretty nice. Thank you, Sakuya.
Thank you.
Alright, this is 7-6. Remy's just gonna throw bats constantly at Aya, and then the bats will turn into bullets. Nice thing is that pictures do delete, they do cancel bats, so pingval's just gonna opt to get shots in with both Remy and a lot of bats simultaneously. Oh, this one. This looks very similar to a mailing scene from earlier. It was like some rainbow floral design one. There's a gimmick to this that you're probably not going to see. If you try taking a picture of Sakuya while she's stationary, while she's firing bullets basically, she stops time and then she dodges your frame. It's really annoying. So pingval needs to be cognizant of that and make sure he's placing shots while she's moving around and repositioning herself. All right, time for thick lasers. This one is just going to be a lot of zoomed in shots. Can't get too close because of the lasers, not to mention he really wants the kunai to spread out. Oh my god. Again, when you take a picture, especially like a zoomed in shot, you leave yourself completely vulnerable. You can no longer move. All your D-pad, arrow key movements, whatever, apply to viewfinder, the frame itself, as opposed to Aya. So you're just a sitting duck. And if a bullet's getting closer to you, it might reach you first before your picture reaches the boss. So Ron here only fires these yellow aimed bullets. All the amulets come from this like magical amulet thing that she just leaves around her. So pingval's trying to alternate shots such that every other shot cancels one of these magical seals, one of these amulets. That way he has to deal with less of these amulet bullets overall. Gives him more time to charge. Yuko. Yeah, he's just gonna sit in these safe spots and then move up with them. Then bubbles will start to appear. This is when it actually becomes threatening. The third shot is scary. Have to get that shot in time. And then not this shot, but the next shot is also gonna be particularly close. Oh, that had a lot of room. Really good timing here. All right, for the first three shots, Aya's gonna hang out up here above Ron's head. After that, Ron's gonna start firing aimed bullets, so she's gonna have to go back down. But this is just random. You just have to read this and not get caught between a bunch of walls. And so far, so good.
Okay.
Nice. Is this the laser one? Yeah, it is. Okay. Pingval is just gonna do like these. He's just gonna scream left and right and then work his way vertically to get the shot. What's really nice here is every time he gets that shot off, the pattern does reset, so it gives him more than enough time to just go back to the center and do it all over again. Have to be really careful here not to trap yourself, though. It gets pretty scary when it's this fast.
Okay.
Good stuff. This is a really good run so far, by the way. Deathless in this game is insanely hard. I'm not even sure if Pingval has ever done a Deathless run. I'm not even sure how many deaths we're at right now, but it's not much, that's for sure. This one's kind of a disaster. Like, Ron just spews bullets everywhere while covering a majority of screen with these arcs. A lot of this is just based on circling around or misdirecting and then circling around or cutting through with a picture like that. Kind of depends on which shot we're talking and where Aya is in relation to Ron. The first two shots below. The rest of the shots here will be done from the side. This keeps things... Oh! I was gonna say it keeps things safe, but I should say safer. I think what they intend you to do here is when you swap sides, you just like go directly above Yuko, as opposed to staying on the side the entire time. Staying on the side just makes things way easier. It's easier to aim at her. You get really nice cancels too. And most importantly, you get to always stay close to her.
Can I spin any
Nice and
donation?
fast. Yeah, let's go for it.
We have $100 from Chev Shelley saying, the game, baffling. The host, genial. The runner, godlike. Ganbate. Much love from Sweden to all runners, hosts, and the tech ninjas behind the scenes.
All right, 8-7 is terrible. Ron just gets faster and faster with how she dives directly at you. And you need to constantly be moving to escape her. It's possible that even at charge speed, if you're constantly holding right or left, she just runs into you. I'm not sure if this is like a specific angle or what, but she'll just bump into you and kill you. And of course it sucks because this scene is 8 shots long. Also has to be very careful with his timing to make sure that he times it before Ron leaves the screen. Perfect. Taking that shot slightly late can just result in death. Okay, baiting these butterflies to the top left. He's gonna dart to the top right and then clear everything in one shot. Perfect. Second shot here is easy enough. The third shot's the big one. He needs to cancel this again because all these butterflies are about to explode outward. Got it. All right. That third shot's pretty scary. Really nice 8-8. All right, going into level 9. This is where things start getting pretty crazy. This first scene with Aryan, it's just gonna be patience at the bottom while taking zoomed in shots. You can't really get much closer than this. Any closer and the bullets are just way too fast. Really have to stay below for them to slow down and spread out more. One more shot.
Okay.
Nice. I love these Mike and Ike bullets. These candy bullets. This 9-2 with Kaguya, there's a gimmick here. So these pellets are actually aimed at you. So you can see he's doing these like parabolic movements. This makes this scene so much easier than if you just stay at the bottom. You absolutely want to do this. Sick. All right, 9-3. Arian's gonna throw out these butterfly bullets, and they're aimed around your position. So the goal here is to just reduce how much movement you make to dodge all these other random bullets. So by minimizing your movement in general, you can just stop focusing. You can just ignore the butterflies entirely. And just care about these random bullets everywhere that are pushing Aya into the corner. She's fine. She's too fast.
Okay.
Right, this scene kind of just sucks. The lasers are random. They create solid walls for you to dodge along. Oh! They create solid walls for you to dodge along. And in the meantime, Kaguya's constantly like firing this shotgun blast of bullets and a laser in the center at you. So you need to move around all the time. It's so easy getting screwed by this.
Can I sneak in one more donation?
Yes.
We have $25 from CC85. I got to make a donation now because pingval playing this shoot the bullet thing is the sickest thing I've seen in my life. Keep that shutter going. Wow, just wow.
This is a sick run, and it's about to get a lot crazier. So this scene is pretty much entirely scripted. All the movements here are choreographed. Pingval knows exactly where he needs to be to take these shots.
Next is Kinkaku.
Yeah, but the next scene is the big one, 9-6. It's pretty much commonly agreed that the next scene is the hardest scene in the entire game to dodge. Kaguya is going to throw out these solid walls. Well, they're not actually solid, you can fit between them, but these walls to the left, right, while having this spiral just spin clockwise. After 3 shots, she introduces a second spiral spinning in the opposite direction, counterclockwise. And then for the last 2 shots, for each of them, she introduces yet another spiral. So now we're at spiral 3. Things are getting pretty dense, bullets moving at different speeds, with different trajectories. Now we have 4 spirals. You can see there's not much breathing room here. There was a defensive shot. Oh!
ダメか。
This gets really nasty for the final shot. It just gets so incredibly dense. For anyone who's made it this far in the game, this is more or less the most memorable card.
One more quick donation while we go again.
Sure.
We have $10 from 01 saying simply, I don't remember Pokemon Snap being so hectic.
Yeah, this is Pokemon Snap with anime girls and they all want to kill you. And Kaguya right now is trying really hard to kill Aya, and so far she's succeeding. But I can feel in my bones, Pingval's about to clear this one, this attempt right here. Again, this is the hardest scene in the game. Oh, she's not being very kind right now. Let me just tell you. This is a... Oh, God. Some of these blobs she's sending out are pretty crazy.
Maybe a few more donations?
Let's go for it.
We have $100 from Astro Lady saying, loving the shoot the bullet run. Amazing. Keep up the good work all. We have $25 from Skyfu saying, longtime Touhou fan here. It's so awesome to see a Touhou run in a GDQ. Best of luck, Pingval.
Yeah, I know a lot of people have been waiting a long time for a Touhou run to appear in a GDQ. It's been tough for the mainline series just because they're all auto-scrolling shmups for the most part. But this being a spin-off game and being something you do around speed, nice, awesome.
There it is.
Yeah, Shoot the Bullet's just a perfect game for a marathon like this. Here in 9.7, you're gonna see good abuse of the hitbox size. So these laser safe spots are just wide enough to hug the lasers and then to shift positions such that you can dodge the aimed green bubbles. So Pingval's just going to alternate up, down, along these lasers. But not too close, obviously. They will kill you. He's very comfortable with his hitbox, as you can see. Alright, 9-8 is kind of anticlimactic. You're going to see here, he's just going to stay to the side here at the corner. And this just happens to be an amazing spot to constantly catch Kaguya with a picture while basically having to deal with no bullets whatsoever. You just always have enough charge. You cancel enough every time.
Okay.
Doing that at the bottom, which is probably how everyone does it their first time around, is 1,000 times more difficult. All right, level 10. This is the last regular level until the extra stages, of which includes a very exciting donation incentive, which I can't wait to see. Here we have Komachi. This pattern right here is just aimed at you, so, well, it doesn't even matter. Just takes pictures and eliminates all of it. For these final shots, Komachi's just gonna go full on random. And it shouldn't be too bad. Ooh, it was a little bit scary. just a little. So the old strat for this was to stay at the bottom. I think pingval just stays to the side the entire time now, which is kind of insane. I don't know. I kind of can't believe that this is a thing, but I guess pictures just come out fast enough every time. Like, Shikieki's just raining death on her. But it doesn't matter. Oh my god! I need to try that one out. It has to be way harder than it looks, when it already looks hard to begin with. This one you're kind of intended to just run circles around Komachi, but you can see pingval's not really doing that. He's being much more aggressive and staying within the coins. Now he will be circling around her for the final shot, just because it's too insane to do otherwise. Komachi constantly chasing with these lasers. Ooh, okay. Circling around. Perfect. All right, 10-4. This one's kind of dumb. It's just one gimmick shot after another. You just sort of have to know which ones you tap dodge against and which ones you continuously move around under focus speed with. So right now he's just holding right and left while focused, and that's just fast enough to dodge everything. And now he's tap dodging along the center. And now he's tap dodging again. And then I believe for the next one he's gonna go back to focused. He's constantly moving. Just dodges everything. One more of these, and for the last three, Io will be going to the top of the screen.
Safe.
Good way to cheese Aki here. And he does have to swap corners, otherwise those bullets will catch him. All right, 10-5 is also really difficult in kind of the same manner and structure as 9-6. The first three shots are easy enough, but then Komachi starts introducing more and more to this scene to make it really hectic. First she starts off with these aimed coins. I believe after 5 shots it becomes a set of triplets for the coins. Okay! Trapped in the corner there. And then for this last shot, she just adds more random bullets, because why not? And then stuff becomes really dense, but it doesn't matter, first try. Sick stuff. 10-6, I would say the big thing here is just respect the bubbles. Their hitboxes are kind of misleading compared to their sprites. If you look at the bubbles, you can see like these pretty thick white rings around them. Generally speaking, it's safe to be within those white rings. If your hitbox is completely enveloped within those white rings, you're safe. You're fine. Oh! But if you touch the center, you're dead. The laser here is aimed, so that's what constantly forces you to move around for this scene.
Can I sneak in a donation?
Yeah, let's go for one.
We have $30 from Zemu saying, had to donate during Shoot the Bullet. So glad that we finally have a shmup block at GDQ. pingval is killing it with the run, and BJW is killing it with the commentary. Congrats, and good luck to all.
Thanks, man.
Thanks.
This is a super sick run so far. Meanwhile, the entire screen is covered with bubbles right now. Oh, man. Okay. 10-7. This is... All right, this one. Yeah, pingval needs to be really careful here with how he repositions himself, because these walls of coins constantly spawning around him, they don't stop. And he will have to move eventually, because Komachi's quickly coming to his position as well. It's really easy screwing yourself over on this if your movements are kind of erratic. All right, 10-8. So you can almost think of this as like the boss of the game. Aya's fighting Aya here, though of course this isn't actually a boss, and there's no concept of a boss in this game. Wind God Girl too, good song. This is the only time you get to hear it.
Oh.
That first pattern back there had 4 different attacks that just cycle through. Now we have Aya just ramming herself back and forth between the 2 walls. She's always going to go left and right, alternating, but how much she changes with respect to height is random. And here everything is just aimed. Aya's going to alternate between these aimed butterflies and then lunging at her.
Okay.
Easy stuff. Easy game. All right, extra. This is the last level of the game. It's made up of 8 scenes, much like the last, I don't know, 7 or 8 levels at this point. Starting with Flan here. Pingval's going to stay directly below her, the side. It's kind of aggressive, but he's always going to get a shot off right as Flan spawns a ring right on her. But Pingval will be forced to weave through a few waves here and there. You will have to thread the needle. Good stuff. For X2, I'm not sure what strat Pingval's going to do here. The easy thing to do is to run laps around Flan and just do circles. But I think he's going to stay towards the bottom for its entirety. You can route this in a way such that the dodging is pretty much scripted, pretty much fully choreographed. Flan does throw out these purple aimed laser wheels, but again, way too easy for this guy. All right, I'm pretty sure they intend for you to get only 1 shot off per cycle here, but Pingval's going to be getting 2 shots off. And 1 shot is required here for this, these 2 like crisscrossing lasers that come out. Really nice. That one's pretty tough. All right, Ikari, Border of a Wave and Particle. This is a fixed pattern. I really like this card. I think it's nice to look at. It's a cool concept. But Pingval's pretty much just going to stay in this position for its entirety. It's directly below, going back up, and getting this last shot.
Okay.
All right, so we're going into X5. This is Moko. This is 10 shots. This one really sucks to die to, so hopefully he won't die to it. Moko's just gonna teleport around and fire this same pattern out constantly. Pingval just needs to be careful with his positioning to make sure he has enough room to dodge in case Moko gives a really bad spawn location, which can like trap him potentially. I do want to talk about the next scene though. There was a donation incentive for X6, which is to do it blindfolded. This one requires audio, I believe, so I'm going to be completely quiet for the next scene. And I'll let it speak for itself. This is going to be pretty ridiculous.
Get hype for that, chat. Get hype.
And we've got blindfolded shoot the bullet coming up. Oh no! It's okay.
Sorry.
It's okay. Infinite lives. We're good. The chat gets more Moko this way. Time for one quick donation. One really quick donation.
Excellent. I have $30 from Durand. Donating for my favorite franchise. Take lots of pictures at GDQ. Good luck on the run, Pingval.
Thank you.
That's actually what she said back there when she died. Three more shots. This scene is really random. Depending on what Moko gives you, can either be really easy or really stupid.
Okay.
All right, here we go. First try, dude! First try with a failed shot, too. That's insane.
Did y'all see that?
I don't think the runner saw it. God. Yeah, I'm not even gonna talk about that one. All right, X7. Now we have Suika. This is the second to last scene. This is the penultimate scene of the game. You can see Aya just running laps around Suika right now while she's in her mist form. So she's completely invulnerable at the moment. I believe it takes 35 seconds for her to become vulnerable, and now she's becoming vulnerable, at which point pingval can get one shot off, and then she goes back into her mist form, and at this point I think it's another 17 roughly seconds before she reappears, so it should be happening somewhat soon. This is where like a lot of defensive shots really come into play, and also the fact that if you get a big cancel on a lot of bullets, you can restart your meter at 60%. Awesome. He really needed to get 2 shots there, otherwise he would have waited for another 17 second cycle. All right, this is the final scene. Time is going to stop fairly soon. This is 10 shots, and this is a pretty cool scene to end the run on. Suika is just going to cover the entire screen with bullets by the end of it. So let's just appreciate what's going on. Things aren't too crazy yet, but now, let's just fill the entire screen, because why not? Some good defensive shots there. Ooh, these blobs, man. Oh! No. Switching lanes, good stuff, good stuff.
Gee.
Oh! One more shot. Oh!
Sorry.
That was a pretty mean of Suika there, honestly. Those last 2 shots are just, they're really rough. Again, she covers the entire screen. You don't have much breathing room with this one. The final 5. All right, last 2 shots. Again, this is where stuff gets crazy. Oh man, that blob again. All right. Yeah, that's it. And time.
I did it.
Really sick run. That's a 57. Sub 1 hour by 3 minutes. Good stuff, man. That was crazy. Amazing run.
Thank you. I did it.
Finally, shoot the bullet at GDQ, and it gets this kind of performance. Super sick stuff. And now we have 2 other crazy shmups coming up right after. Shout outs to the runner for putting on a good show. Shout outs to the chat for loving it. Shout outs to people who love Touhou.
I want to watch Kitsui and Saidaojo.
Same, I do too.
Hey.
Really looking forward to those. All right, I think that's pretty much it. So thank you guys for having us.